Hi there, my name is Taro Iwamoto. I'm a Feldenkrais practitioner. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about posture. And so many people in the past have asked me what they can do to improve their posture. What's a good posture exercise? So let me talk a little bit, and I'll make it very, very simple and very short, okay? So I'm sitting on the floor right now, but it really doesn't matter whether you're sitting on the floor or sitting in a chair, sitting in a car seat, it really doesn't matter. So what's the most important thing about the posture is how you position your pelvis, your sit bones. And that's going to dictate pretty much the posture, right? So I'll show you what that means. So I'm sitting on the floor, but so if I'm sitting on the floor, okay, so if you pay attention where you are sitting on your sit bones, what part of the sit bones? Are you sitting on your sit bones or are you sitting on your sacrum? Okay? And just you pay attention to where you're sitting first, naturally. Don't really do anything to change that, but just to pay attention and notice how you sit and where you sit on your sit bones or on your sacrum. Notice that. And then as you notice where you're sitting on your sit bones or the sacrum, and then pay attention to the shape of your spine, right? Shape the spine. And if you're not quite sure, you can maybe you can sit, you can bring a mirror next to you, you can just to check out your posture. And really try not to change anything. Just naturally you sit, don't change anything, and just notice that shape. And today what happens when you sit on your sacrum, okay? You're not really directly sitting on your sit bones. And then what happens is pelvis rotates backwards, right? And then as the pelvis tilts backwards, then what happens is that spine falls backwards and it rounds itself, right? It kind of has to because the pelvis is, or the spine is connected to the sacrum or to the pelvis, right? So it has to follow where the pelvis goes. So if you're sitting with the pelvis rolling backwards, then you have no choice, but you have to round yourself a little bit, okay? And then if you use a lumbar support, even worse, okay? So do not do this one, please. And if you're sitting on your pelvis and pelvis tilting backwards, and then you're using a lumbar support to increase an arch in your low back without really doing anything, changing the position of your pelvis, that's going to create much more discomfort to your back, and please do not do that. Not a good idea. Okay. And then next thing, so if you know that you are sitting with the pelvis tilting backwards, then just begin to roll the pelvis forward a little bit and change in the position. Roll the pelvis forward. You can do this one right now while watching this video in a chair. I just happen to be sitting on the floor, so I'm just doing the video while I'm sitting on the floor. But you can do it in a chair. That's probably more practical for you. Anyways, just roll the pelvis forward. And can you feel how that changes that position of the pelvis? Roll the pelvis forward. Okay, and then can you feel your sit bones? Right? So when you come to the right in the middle of your sit bones, you're sitting and your pelvis is in a neutral place, right? Then you check your back, look at the spine, look at the mirror. So what happened? How does that change the shape of the spine and position of the head? What happened? It changed, didn't it? Right? So that's what I look at first. And somebody is concerned about their posture, and then they want to maybe do something so that they feel more comfortable while they're sitting. And that's the first place that I look at. Check where you're sitting and position of the pelvis when you're sitting. Okay? So just to practice, this is a great, great exercise. Just sitting and then in a chair or sitting on the floor, roll the pelvis forward, and you can go even further forward. If you continue to roll the pelvis forward, then what happens is it starts to arch your back a little bit. Can you feel that? Roll the pelvis forward, and what happens to the low back? What happens to the low back? So the arch increases. For some people, this is a more natural position. Somebody who practices quite a bit of yoga, so used to sitting on the floor, and then they tend to I guess, prefer sitting with a slight more extension in the spine. So that's pretty common. But for some people, or I guess it is more common for people to find themselves and sitting with a slightly more tilting the pelvis backwards. You can practice tilting the pelvis forward, past neutral, and see how that changes the shape of your spine. It changes, it arches you back a little bit. And then as you're going backwards, it rounds your spine a little bit. It actually goes further up through your mid-back and into your neck and the head too. So the head, if you pay attention, and the head naturally follows if you're not tensing your neck. So to tilt the pelvis backwards, and then the head naturally kind of lowers you down. And as you tilt the pelvis forward, roll the pelvis forward, and then the head naturally lifts up. So, and that is going to be really, really important and helpful for you if you spend quite a bit of time sitting in a chair and do a lot of computer work, and you can't find a comfortable sitting position, or you don't know what to do with your posture. What's a good sitting posture? So just go ahead and check the sitting positions and position of the pelvis, and see if you can just do a little exercise, tilting the pelvis forward and back, and then finding that middle, and see how that's going to change that stress or the strain on your neck or shoulders and low back. Okay, but I'll say it again, if you are already using a lumbar support, but then you find out your pelvis is tilting back and you're using that lumbar support, okay? Check your sitting position first, your pelvic position, and then see if you still need that lumbar support. And if you still find that is helpful, great. But if you are already in this tilted backward position and then using that, maybe not so great. All right, and that's it. And well, any questions, any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. Appreciate that. Thank you. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, and then if you like this video, and please hit like button. And if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye-bye.